What's up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wilde back with another video on Eagles news now, live from bar 4133, as always rocking with the Reign Energy drink. Now look, we all remember earlier in the year, fresh into the COVID-19 pandemic, the NFL held its annual draft, and it was a virtual draft, and the Philadelphia Eagles shocked the world when in round 2, pick number 53, they selected quarterback Jalen Hurts out of Oklahoma. Now look, this was a big shock, and we all remember how we reacted, right? Right?
NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma. Whoa, it just got interesting,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
You were not happy about that.
Oh my God. What is going on?
53rd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma.
What the fuck? Interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Philadelphia Eagles. When I die, I hope I'm in the casket face down so all you motherfuckers can kiss my black motherfucking ass. Because I hate you motherfuckers. I hate you. I hate you. Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I fucking hate you.
So yeah, some crazy reactions there from myself and EDP, of course, as well as the rest of the Philadelphia Eagles community. Now look, there's a bunch of questions that needed to be answered, or that were asked, that still haven't been answered actually, of why the Eagles made this pick. I mean, it was the second round, it was so early. You still have a young 27-year-old Carson Wentz, who you just paid a boatload of money to, who is the franchise quarterback. Why would you bring another guy into this quarterback room? Why would you, at number 53, at pick 53, second round, when you could have gotten a guy that could have started right away on this team and helped this team out, whether offensively or defensively? And Adam Schefter that day had a theory that the Philadelphia Eagles might have picked Jalen Hurts in the second round because of the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic. He said that a lot of teams have said that they're worried about losing their starting quarterback to this virus. And we all kind of laughed it off and looked at him as like, this is the craziest thing we ever heard. Why would the team draft a guy because of the coronavirus? And now as I sit here at the end of July, after the Miami Marlins just had half their team, it seems like, test positive for COVID-19, it kind of, that theory does not seem that far off. Now, I've also heard, guys, that teams are looking to quarantine at least one quarterback on their roster, keep him away from the rest of the team, have just individual practices and sessions with him, with maybe his own little practice squad. Now, of course, none of these plans are confirmed, but again, it makes sense because, God forbid, unless something happens to Carson where maybe he gets tested positive. Now you've got Nate Sudfeld. You don't know what you really have in him. And we know as Eagle fans how important a backup quarterback is. I mean, our backup quarterback led us to a Super Bowl win. And last year, as much as I love Josh McCown for what he did off the field as being kind of a player coach, and he did almost win us that game against Seattle, he tore his hamstring almost right away. Dude's 40 years old. If we had maybe a young gun in there with some talent like a Jalen Hurts, who knows? We could have won. And I understand this guy's just a rookie. You don't know if he's going to be boom or bust. However, you're looking at 2019 Heisman runner-up. The talent that Jalen Hurts has, I think, just comes off the screen at you. Kind of almost the same skill set as Carson. He's mobile and fits, I think, would fit in well in this Doug Peterson offense. So, is that the reason why that they drafted so high? Was Howie thinking ahead? Was he thinking, look, maybe we might have to quarantine a quarterback, and we want the best option? And really, again, if it doesn't work out, if Carson does have to be removed from the team for whatever reason. Opt-outs are a big thing. I just did a video about Marquise Goodwin opting out. Carson has a newborn baby. You just never know if maybe he opts out as well. And if Jalen comes in and is a bust and the experiment doesn't work, I mean, really, what were you going to do with a Nate Sudfeld? Would it be as good as Jalen? Probably. And if he does well, now you've got a guy that you can trade. You've got or keep, depending on what happens with Carson Wentz. So I think the theory that was laid out there by Adam Schefter, it's kind of making more and more sense to me personally. In my opinion, it's making more sense with everything that's going on with the coronavirus. I don't think it's too far out of the box. Like we all, myself included, kind of laughed at this theory that Adam Schefter had. But I mean, it's just looking more and more like a good choice and a good decision by the Eagles to draft him at 53 with the uncertainty of COVID-19, what the NFL is going to do, how they're going to handle all this. And I'd rather have a guy with a good skill set coming in, than a 40-year-old quarterback or, a guy like Nate Sudfeld who we just really don't. I mean, look, if you ask anybody if they'd rather have, and I'm trying to be nice here, but I'm just going to be frank about it. If you ask somebody on the street that knows football, would you rather have Nate Sudfeld or Jalen Hurts in a game? I mean, I'm pretty much going to think that 9 out of 10 people are going to say Jalen Hurts. Let's just be honest here. And that's what I'm looking at. And I know some of you are going to say, well, they could have just signed a veteran backup, a young veteran backup to come in here. A Cam Newton they could have signed if that was the thinking. Yeah, but the money, and Cam's not going to be happy being a backup. Let's just be honest with that. So, look, guys, that's all I really have. Just, it's something to think about here with everything that's going on. I was thinking earlier today about that comment by Adam Schefter, and it was like, man, he might not be too far off. And it's definitely not a bad thing, I think, having a Jalen Hurts on this team as we stand, guys. Stay healthy out there. That's all I got for you. Stay healthy. Go Birds. And I'll see you guys later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation.